Let's give that Panzer Spear a try. Put my repair kit on there real quick. Couldn't hurt to have the repair kit on there. Get some tracks real good. T-rate match, not too bad. Could be better. Looking at that KV5 with that God armor. And the AMX 5100 with that autoloader. That's a good tank. You pair an AMX 5100 with an IS-3 and you got a solid pair right there. Honestly, if you had two AMXs and an IS-3, you'd make a pretty solid platoon in a tier 8, 9, or even a tier 10 match. You got the IS-3 with the armor for up to a tier 9 match. Not so much tier 10, but the AMXs can definitely provide fire support from behind the IS-3. Good city fighters there. I have played the IS-7. The IS-7's alright. The reload could be a little bit less, but it's got really good armor. Have not played the AM... Well, no, I've played the AMX 5100 a few times. It's alright. Not quite my thing, but I don't really like French tanks all that much, to be honest. Let's quickly read this team real quick. They also have two Panzer Spears and MT-25. So, we got 4 Panzer Spears in one battle. Let's see which one gets spotted. I'll go straight down here towards the middle, see if I can't see something real quick. And immediately going to duck up underneath this bridge. Ugh! Traverse speed on this tank isn't the best, but it's alright once getting up to speed. It's kind of like playing the ELC. If you played the ELC, you know the ELC is a little bit tight on them corners as well. It's a really small tank with a really high power to weight ratio. It's awkward to take those turns. Looks like the MT-25 wants to fight me. Let's go. He's gonna ram into me. Fire once, fire twice, and he's gone. Fortunately, I am now spotted by the whole rest of the enemy team. I've lost half of my health, and I'm reloading. So, let's get out of here. Definitely don't want to be around there anymore. That was a pretty dumb move by the MT-25. I'm being chased by another Panzer Spear. That's always lovely. Call for help one more again. Put a shell into the Panzer Spear. 2 shells. Stop, and boom, 3rd shell. He's going to finish me off, but it was worth it. They only have 1 scout left. I was going to die anyways. And look, Poopy Pants is on their team. Look at that. Poopy Pants guy really gets around, doesn't he? But then again, at 2:30 in the morning, you're not really going to see much of else of a variation. You know, playing all the little baby tanks makes me horny for a big tank. I think I'm gonna go take out a tier 10 for a spin. Go wipe the dust off my JPEG E100. Ugh, look at that beast. Yeah. I'm gonna take this baby out for a spin. Still kind of got to set up for Clan Wars. By the way, you can swap your shell types in the order. So you can put your heat shells and your HE shells before your AP shells. 1, 2, 3. You can do it 3, 2, 1 and 2, 3, 1, etc., etc. 2, 1, 3 for you OCD people who I didn't finish for. You click on the shell type and it'll open up the other 2 shells. If you click on the AP shell, it'll say heat, blah blah blah, and it'll say HE, blah blah blah. And you can swap the shell types by doing that. I usually load my heat shells first when it's main Clan War season for my JPEG, but I did play it earlier this week a couple of times, so I put my AP shells first. Only got a few loaded in there though. Why not? And we are going against 2 more professionals. That's beautiful. So, fuck the city. I'm going to go to the field. And then I'll go to the city because I do not exactly have the versatility that I wish I had in this tank to go to the city. It's a rather large target. Fortunately, they only have 1 artillery, but it is a T-92, my mortal enemy. I have nothing against artillery, and I refuse to call it Sky Cancer openly like everybody else does. I play artillery as well, and I understand the struggle both ways. If you're really an artillery player, you know that only about half of your shells are actually going to hit. You might have 2 or 3 splashes, 1 complete miss, and a hit in one match. So I understand the struggle, especially the higher you go in a tier. So let's see how that T92 fares. He's got a really large shell splash damage. And looks like I'm the only person going to the valley? Maybe? Maybe the Bactilian's going to help? Not sure. There's a spot I'm looking for up here. There it is. Nice little hold down spot. I can get my superstructure up. Superstructure is incredibly thick. It's got a nice angle on it. My gun mantlet is invulnerable to almost every single gun in the entire game. You might get through it with some artillery heat shells or a heat shell of this tank if you're lucky. Maybe an FV-183 Hesh round, or, you know, honestly, no, I don't think a Hesh round would penetrate this. Maybe just a regular AP shell if you're extremely lucky, but pretty much invincible when the things hold down. The only thing you got to worry about is artillery, and I am worried about artillery. Got a small little tank advancing here. Track him around, and he's gone. Don't see much in the field. The Bactilian made a clean run through, drove straight out of the field. Not seeing anything. Got a lot of tanks floating around there. Cap circle over there, a couple of light tanks. Probably a little bit intimidated by the tier 10s to go out there and scout. Can't blame them. Do the same thing myself. Sit right here, see what I can't see. Not too worried about something coming from the lefter side of this field over there. Not really expecting anything over there. I'm expecting the T92 to probably be in about K2, K4, or K890. I need to make a move because my team needs me. I have too big of a gun to be just sitting here. Maybe if I was a tier 8 or a tier 9 tank destroyer, or if I was a weaker tier 10 tank destroyer, it wouldn't be such a big deal. But being what I am, I need to move. RU-251 is on the advance. Alright. Let's give him a run for his money. Boom, and there goes 89% of his health. Just a rough estimate. Go ahead and try and keep my armored angle towards him. Call for help once or twice. Pull forward. Try and use this guy as cover. Slam on the brakes. Ram into him, 10 damage. That's nice. 17 damage. And being surrounded, always lovely. Another damage to the RU-251. Some damage to the T-62. Keep doing damage to him. There we go, and he's dead. I'd rather shoot this 262 or this T-62 than the RU, because I see him as a bigger threat, such as ramming him. I do have controlled impact on my driver, so that was very helpful. This guy kept bumping into me, taking 17, 15 damage. He's dead. Flank on our team is completely thwarted. Our artillery is dead. One of the other artillery is now completely bum rushing the base like a kamikaze Japanese looking for that T-57. Maybe he's looking for the T-92. T-57's over in the city. I'm going to drive straight down, go straight to the cap, because I don't really expect to make it to the city before they're dead. Got that AMX 5100 and the Bactilian headed towards the city a little bit. Bactilian might go for the cap or the T-92. But the Waffle Tractor and the Foch should be able to hold him off over there pretty easily. The only thing I'd worry about in this city is that JPEG, depending on what his health is. You can see I do have some hits on the side of me. I have a hit. 2 hits straight through my ammo door in the back. More of a escape route for the crew, actually, than so much an ammo door. But if you hit back there, up a little bit higher, you could get an ammo rack. Or that shell on the side of me, if it was a little bit higher and more towards the gun, it would also be an ammo rack. Luckily, they did not ammo rack me, because that's 40-some-odd second reload if they did. Give me some cap points right here. The 2 pros are dead, and for once, I think this might actually be the first match with pros in it that were against me, and I won. Surprising. I got 2 shots off, both did damage, both penetrated, got 1 kill. Protected the team from getting flanked, did a pretty good job. Kind of wish I would have been able to go over to that city and tussle around with the big boys, but you know, everyone has their destiny. My destiny was to kill a scout and ram him to death. That's just what I was going to do. I load up a heat shell because I expect this JPEG to come after me. IS-3, I am not worried about him. I could rip through his armor like a hot knife through butter. But this other JPEG, ooh. That's a sight to behold right there. There's two Jagdpanzer 100s shooting at each other. Hear a whole lot of ricochets and hear a whole lot of heat sounds. See if I can't get the drop on this guy. Hoping he's coming around this way. Come on. Come on. Please do it. He's gonna go after that WZ. And he's dead. IS-3's coming around. Ooh. Ooh, come here, baby. We go for that back chat. He's gonna come around this corner trying to hit me. Go ahead, baby. Come get me. Dude got 6 cents. Didn't get spotted. Artillery took him out. GG. 90 cap points. That'll look good for the service record. Overall, I'd say that was a successful match as a tank destroyer. I got 91 cap points. Look at that. Damaged the ammo rack on the T-62. Two shots, 2 hits, 2 penetrations. I did block 2 shots. I absorbed 4. Got hit 6 times total. Made some money. Got some experience out of it. That's nice. I think I might end this with a nice little RHM play here. My binoculars and all that jazz on there. Take your camo net. Excuse me, sir. I need to borrow that. Put on that camo net. I got my 150 loaded. I was playing with it earlier today. Normally I'm using the 128, but every now and then you gotta spice things up. I do got my 3 rings on my barrel. That's nice. Makes me feel real proud. Makes my tummy feel good. Tier 10 match. I know exactly where I'm gonna sit, and hopefully a tier 8's coming for me. Looking at one scout tank. They got a T-71. Not too much of a threat in a tier 10 match. He's more of a passive spotter at this point. They do have another T-92. That'll be interesting. We have a scout, so it's pretty even. This match looks pretty even to me. RHM, RHM. Tier 10s are matched up. Both have a tier 10 artillery. Got a simp player on our team. That's nice. Hats off to Simp. They are a good clan. I have fought them in clan wars many times, and I've only beaten them once. So that's a saying there. I beat Relic twice. That's nice. Out of the probably 30, 40 times I've taken them on in the clan wars. Unfortunately, they like to meddle around on the eastern side of the U.S. when the Clan Wars comes up, Clan Wars maps, so we kept getting pushed off in Savannah. This was last year, but we kept taking Savannah from them, and then they'd take it back, and then we took it from them, and then they'd take it back, and then they destroyed us, and then we took some other parts, we landed over in the other parts of the U.S., Then they opened up that South America map, and then Clan Wars got so complicated, you got provinces everywhere. They opened it up to give smaller clans a chance, but it doesn't really help that much, to be honest. What I do like about this new Tier 8, Tier 6 Clan Wars is that a lot of the bigger clans, like Simp, Otter, Relic, Harm, etc., they do look at that and realize that it's for the smaller clans, or they do it for their little baby squatter clans, and they'll let them play on it. They won't actually play on it. That's a nice little. I respect them for that. It gives the smaller clans a chance to get gold, earn Clan Wars experience, and move up into higher clans and such. And it flies right over the Centurion's head. Kind of disappointing, but expected. Go ahead and auto-aimed onto him. Look around real quick. Aim. That's 1390s with me. That's it. That's cool. T-34 Centurion is holding still. Boom. 797. Nice little fat chub damage. That's a shot and a half with the 128. Sometimes it is better to use the 128, but just gotta play with the derp cannons every now and then. Makes you feel good. Takes me back to my Panzer IV days. Simp guy is talking garbage to our team. That's nice. We lost the forest. T-62 is behind a few buildings. Gonna relocate, see if I can't get some pot shots in on them while they're coming towards our cap out of the forest. I got some smaller tier tanks over there like that low. See if I can get a low ball shot on him. That'd be nice. Unfortunately, I probably am going to lose this match. I don't think a lone tier 8 can win a tier 10 match, but you know, I've pulled off some pretty incredible things before. Like being in a tier 7 match in the Panzer IV-H and getting a Radley Walters. Or the KV-1S and getting a Radley Walters in a tier 8 match. Or the Sherman, etc. I've had a few Radley Walters actually. I'm rather proud of myself. Unfortunately, I've never had 9 or 10 kills. Still going for that medal. I've come really close to 9 or 10 kills, and I've always had my kills stolen from me. It's nice. Teamwork, I always say, right? Boom! Hit the Type 61. Put in what's probably going to be my last shot of the game. I'm not even going to bother fixing that ammo rack. I'm just going to turn around and face my killers. And boom goes my tank. So we're left with a Jagdpanzer 100 who's going to be swarmed and utterly destroyed. But he's doing a good idea, or a good job of keeping his back towards the dead tanks for armor on his back. Unfortunately, the Foch is not tall enough to completely cover his tank. And he's just surrounded and overwhelmed. He should have been trying to face one tank at a time. The IS-3 is going to get wolf-packed by these mediums and rammed into by the T-54. That's disappointing. I won't lie, it is very disappointing. I think actually I'll do one more match. I'll do the Panzer 1C. I did get a fire for effect. Killed his driver. That's nice. Haven't played the Panzer 1C in months. I love this tank. Trying to see if I can't get one of these repair kits. Never hurts to have a repair kit on a light tank. It does add a tiny bit of weight to your tank, but it's not that big a deal. I do have Brothers in Arms and 70% on my second perk on my Panzer 1C. I've had over 400 matches in this tank. Absolutely love this tank. It was my second tier 3 next to the Martyr 3 back in Nam when I first started playing. Oh, that was a long time ago. I've taken a few breaks, a few month-long breaks, 6 months. One time was 6 months. My game client wouldn't load, and wargaming wasn't very helpful, so I had to wipe my computer and start over. So I first started playing back in like World of Tanks 3 point something or 4 point something, something crazy like that. Back when the KV-1 still had 200 millimeters of armor and a stupid long reload, and the 122 U11 on the KV-1 was God's gift to tanks. Apparently this guy is talking about omelets and cheese. I'm going to go to that mountain. I definitely want to avoid the Valentine, but other than that, I feel pretty confident about killing anybody else in this team. We do have the Hetzer in the lead, that's nice. First time I've ever actually wanted the lead on my team. It was actually one of the only small matchmaking games I've ever been in. This is new. This kind of stuff is new. I don't really have time to go back and play the lower tiers anymore. I've got so many tanks, grinding so many lines. I only have 2 tier 10s, but I have tons of tier 8s. Get distracted. I blame it on clans. I should have never joined a clan. It's the downfall of me. It really is. But, you know, at the same time, clans are the reason I'm here. This is the reason I play. This is my sole purpose for living. If it weren't for World of Tanks, I would be dead. Just kidding, I work at Walmart and I love my job. I love my job at the Walmart. I wouldn't ask for anything else better. Not a single one hit. 550 meters. Been a while since I played this tank. I forgot its effective range. Probably should have just let off the trigger, but my accuracy is already shit because of this tank anyway, so I don't care. I'll be plain and honest with you guys. I don't care. There's one thing I look at, and that's damage. Bang, 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 bang. Do not ram me, please. Ooh, this is not going to end well. Put on that auto aim. And I'm out. Pretty decent amount of damage. I was kind of hoping on that M8A1 to get some better shots in, but he's staring at the mountain, so... Yep. If you haven't played the Hetzer, I'd recommend putting the derp cannon on it. It's pretty good. I absolutely hated the Hetzer until I put the derp cannon on it. That's the only way I could actually get anything done in the Hetzer. I did play the Stug a little bit with the derp cannon, and then I realized that the 75mm is so much better. You can actually do damage. Unfortunately, we lose this, which is surprising to me, because based on the tank lineup, we should have completely destroyed them. But, you know, can't always just count on the players. If there's one thing I've learned in this game, it's can't count on your team. That's why I like platooning. Unfortunately, at 3 in the morning, I have no one to platoon with. So, I'll go ahead and watch the entirety of this battle. It's always interesting to watch low-tier battles. Really get the roots for the game. This is where it all started. I have played all of the tanks that are in this match, except for the Valentine 2. I have not played it. I don't think anyways. I might have. This M3 Lee seems to have gotten ahead and start to make a push for the tiny little PZ-38T. Ooh, he is destroyed, and the Valentine has still not been spotted. Makes me wonder if he's just AFK. Probably is, to be honest. I mean, look at his name. Pedri. No, he has 1 kill. He just hasn't been spotted yet. Congrats to the Panzer III for getting 4 kills in a Tier 4 match. That is no small feat. I can't even tell you how many top guns I've gotten in my Panzer 1C. I almost had a few Radley Walters, but Black Attack 29 stole one of my kills, and then stole 2 of my kills in another match, and then I don't know his name, some douchebag stole one of my kills in another one, so... Might have a Radley Walters in the Panzer 1C, I don't know, but I know I've had 2 or 3 of them stolen from me. I did accidentally take a Panzer 1C into a Tier 10 match one time and got about 400, 500 damage. I just drove straight down the middle of the map and started pounding on the Waffle Tractor A100, and nobody could help him. Because I just hide behind him and plant shells into his turret. They only got like 20 millimeters of armor, which is perfect for my tank. Ooh, there goes the lead. Making a bad mistake on that tank destroyer there, or that light tank. Armor's decent, but it's not that great. Not for this. The M8A1 should be able to take him out. He's got the good gun on there. It's really just a Stuart, in case anybody was wondering what an M8A1 was. It's just a Stuart tank with a bigger gun. Valentine was a prototype British tank, fun fact. It wasn't that great. It was not very successful, and they canceled the project. They did not continue it in favor of the Cromwell. The Cromwell did turn out to be a pretty successful tank, and it is a wunderbar tank in this game, if you know how to play it right. It's a very good wolf packing tank for Tier 6, especially if you're doing Tier 6 clan wars. This M8 is playing it safe and smart and hiding, although honestly he could probably just turn around the corner and put 2 shells into him and be done with it. The Stuart does have a surprisingly bouncy armor because of the way it's sloped, like a Sherman. Unfortunately, it's not the armor of Sherman, otherwise it wouldn't be too fast. Valentine makes a risky move by pulling up like that, completely misses, and the M8 finishes the game. Congrats. Let's look at the after action report. See how much damage I really did. I broke a track, commander and a gunner, and I did 205 damage. Woo! Would have been a lot better if that Panzer III didn't come out of nowhere. That would be nice. But congratulations, M8A1, you won the battle. And that concludes this video. I'm going to stop it here. Thanks for watching. And I do plan on uploading more videos now. It's been a full year since I put up the last ones. I really need to get back into doing this. Convince me, because I'm lazy and stupid and I work at Walmart, so I'm dumb. Convince me to get more videos out. Keep watching. I will eventually get a Scouting 101 map or a video up. Then I'll do a Tank Destroyers 101, heavy tanks, medium tanks, artillery, and then, well, I don't know. We'll see.